check it out. Episode 7, What's in Dave's Lunchbox. Hear the bells going off? This is going to be a good one. This one's about air filters and how a 98-cent air filter can save you up to $12,000 in repairs. There's our song, and here we go. What's in Dave's Lunchbox? Let's see what we got today. Blueberry yogurt, 2 cheeses, Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly, because I ran out of bread, granola bar, and of course, sparkling water. Ruby red grapefruit. This is a favorite of mine. Our friend, aka the wire nut, Squirrely, is here to join us today. Believe it or not, a 98-cent air filter, just like this. Can you guys see through it? See, right there, you can see through it, right? This costs 98 cents, right here. This can save you up to $12,500 in HVAC repairs. So you never want to let it get like this. Once it gets like that, then you got a problem. The first question is why? Why is it a problem? All mechanical equipment needs to be protected. So we have what's called an evaporator that's inside the coil of the air conditioner system inside your house. And it's made of very small, thin tubes. That evaporator is like an absorption for dust and dirt. Your air conditioning system has a fan in there with negative pressure. Through what's called the return, it's sucking all the air in your house. Whatever's in that tight space when you have your doors and windows closed is getting sucked up like a vacuum. Everything gets sucked up through the return ducts. Right before the evaporator coil, you have this after the return ducts. So you have this that protects your coil, which is a thin tube coil. And that's where all the refrigeration flows through. From the evaporator, through the line sets, out to your compressor and condenser. So basically, when this thing gets really dirty and turns like this, it clogs your entire system. You're gonna block the airflow, and then it's gonna cause a heavy load on your compressor, and it can burn out your compressor, which can burn out your electrical system, can burn out your fans, and your whole system is done. All because of a 98-cent filter. How can a 98-cent filter turn to such a high repair? Because if you have an older system, an R22 system, for you to upgrade to the newer 410A system, it's not going to be cheap because you have to replace everything. Not just the condenser outside, not just the line set, not just the flue pipes if you have heating in it, not just the mechanical system, which is the fans and the coils in the attic, basement, or wherever it's located, because the R22 is totally discontinued. You can't buy retrofit parts for it. So how often should you change a filter? My recommendation is, well, it depends on the time of year, but I say just to be safe, check it once a month. Like I said, it's really easy to check. You can see through it. It's good. You can't, like that, it's no good. When the filters are really dirty and they actually break down, all that dirt can actually go through the filter and get stuck on the coil. And that's what starts causing mechanical failure and mechanical breakdown. Always have a couple extra. My recommendation is at least 4, especially in times like this when you can't make it out and the seasons change. Like right now, everybody's getting ready for air conditioning startup. And if you don't have extra ones in your house and you can't make it out, then you're gonna have a big problem. Also, a good recommendation is take the size of the filter and make a little sticker on your furnace somewhere and just write it down. In case you're ever in a jam, you have to run out to get one. You don't have to worry about taking the unit apart and trying to find one. They're not always convenient to change, but just realize it's very important for you to identify where it's located and very important for you to identify when to change it. So the cheaper ones start off like this. Then they have more expensive ones that are pleated, that are really heavy. You have to be careful. Some systems with ductwork design and system recommendations, you can't put the heavier ones in there. They can actually cause more problems for your system. You start going to restrict the airflow. See, the HVAC systems are designed very carefully. Everything has to be exact and precise, literally to every grill, every piece of ductwork, every piece of flex, every piece of pipe. Everything has to be designed custom according to your home. So just realize that when some manufacturers don't recommend having the pleated filters in there, those are the big heavy white ones, you can't put them in there. And if you're unsure, contact any HVAC contractor, he'll tell you. Most of them are easy to change, but occasionally I came across some crazy ones. They're like up on 15 foot high ceilings. You have to have a special ladder, and they're not easy to get to. So when you come across those, yeah, you may not want to do it yourself. You may not feel comfortable going that high. Then you have to pay for a service call for a company to come out and do it. We came across a lot of crazy situations where people had to spend a lot of money because filters that we actually seen. We come to a job, they say the air conditioner's not working, and compressor completely dead. Maybe the indoor fan's running, blowing hot air around the house. Then we open up the system, and but where the filter is, and this is what it looks like, completely black, just like that. So, and right away we know what caused it. It said something so simple, so cheap, and caused such a big problem. The other thing, just realize I would definitely recommend when you change them, always wear a mask and gloves, because whatever you're picking up, all the crap and dirt and debris that's airborne in your house is all stuck in this thing. So what I would do is put a mask, gloves, even eye protection on, bring a black or regular garbage bag, take the filter out, put it, roll it up, smaller, put it in the garbage bag, tie it up and throw it out right away. Because you don't want to be walking all over your house with this. What you're going to do, everything in here is going to leak and fall off and get all over your floor, get all over your house, and there's a lot of nasty things in here. Can I tell you some of the nasty things I've seen in these? Bird feathers, animal skin, all kinds of weird shit. But especially by the ocean. Somehow things make its way through the attic, and you don't know how the hell it makes its way through the attic, but you see it in here. Okay, what about the other types of filters that you can see through when new? Yes, those are the pleated ones. Those type of filters, you have to be careful. Not all systems allow you to put them in there. Some systems only allow you to put these because those cause a heavy restriction on the airflow. They're really thick, so it stops the airflow. So it doesn't allow the proper circulation through the system. If you have any questions more, if you send me the model number or unit, I can tell you if it's recommended. And those are a little more costly. Then you have HEPA filters, which is more of a stronger filter. It's a more fine filter than the regular ones. Those are really good. I always recommend the HEPA filters. And just remember, we're getting ready for air conditioning season very soon. We're in April. So beginning of May, I would definitely recommend changing them before you do any kind of startup of your cooling system. Because these cause more damage to the cooling than the heating system. The heating system isn't as bad because it's heat, it's hot. So if anything goes in there, it'll like burn it off. So that's why most of the damage is in the cooling system. People don't realize that. Don't get me wrong, it's still not good to run a heating system with a dirty filter, but you don't have as much damage to the mechanical system. You just have a restriction on the airflow. It's like taking a balloon and squeezing it. You have the denser air filters. Those can be a lot more costly. Those can actually be, some of those are like between $50 and $90 each. They're more expensive. Then they have electronic ones that actually have electronic elements in there that zap everything. Those are nice because they require no maintenance at all. Once you put them in the system, you plug it in, done. You don't have to ever worry about one of these. Another pretty cool thing they make that goes in your filters, they make these air freshener things you put in there, and it'll make your whole house smell like whatever flavor they have available, like vanilla, strawberry. Pretty cool. They last a few weeks, so I always recommend doing that. Just gives you a nice fresh scent in your house, nice clean smell. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And till tomorrow, be safe, be healthy. It's the most important thing. Thanks.